Hello everyone. Just now I received a piece of news on my mobile phone. Upon reading the first two lines, I started questioning the authenticity of the news, and as I was going by each line, it became more and more clear that it was a fake news. I deleted the piece of news from my phone, and I have also warned the sender to be more careful and thoughtful before believing in such fake news and forwarding the same to others. Now, like me, many of you too thankfully understand the massive negative impact of believing fake news and more so irresponsibly sharing it with others. But still, a large section of the society unfortunately fall prey to fake news, and simultaneously it becomes a chain reaction. Now, first of all, we have to know and understand what is fake news and how do we distinguish between factual information and the fake ones. Any type of information that is part of a propaganda of deliberately spreading misinformation or hoaxes, mostly via social media or other traditional sources like the print or electronic media, is fake news. Today, we are living in an age of digital boom where it takes literally seconds for a person to get access to information. Information that in many aspects proves to be of great help to individuals. But then, unfortunately, there are also fake news which is spreading its tentacles like a web and which has its appalling consequences in the society. To spare oneself and the society from the ill effects of fake news, it becomes utmost important that proper analysis of any news or story be made before believing in it and further forwarding or spreading it among other circles. We cannot forget the heart-wrenching Dokmoka mob lynching incident that shook the entire region. Two innocent youths, Abhijit Nath and Nilotpal Das, fell prey to an unruly mob who brutally beat to death the two Guwahati youths based on a fake social media report of child kidnappers being active in the area. There are numerous instances of such horrific and bone-chilling incidents. Some are reported, some fade into oblivion. As responsible citizens, it becomes our duty to put a check to such hoaxes and make people aware about the same. So firstly, every person should think and understand what kind of impact sharing a false piece of information can have on the people associated with the post, the people who are getting access to the post, and the people who have forwarded the information. A clear and transparent mind will help in distinguishing between facts and hoaxes. An intimidating fact about social media is that it is not possible to find out how a person is reacting to a particular piece of news. In such a scenario, it becomes even more important that people act responsibly. Keep things in perspective. Think about how a fake news might make others feel like. So be thoughtful and considerate, be open, be respectful, and never forget to put yourself in others' shoes. Now, there are different kinds of fake news, like for example, intentionally false information, overly dramatic headlines, etc. So let us give you some simple tips of spotting fake news. Firstly, be skeptical of the headlines. Have a close look at URLs, which is the Unified Resource Locator. In simpler terms, the address that we see to access data from World Wide Web. Next, try to investigate the source of information. Watch out for any unusual formats in the story. Also, take the images in the story into consideration. Check the date and find out if you get any similar reports. Look at other reports and look out for similarities. These may sound like a lengthy process, but actually it will take very little of your time. Now, some important points to remember. Whenever you come across any information that upsets you, that makes you angry or afraid, think whether the information was shared to actually make you feel that way. If your answer is yes, then think a number of times before deciding to share it. Check any information that seems unbelievable, like any story that is hard to believe, because such stories are very often fake news and hoaxes. Look closely into the messages if they look different. Many fake news have spelling mistakes and unusual fonts and images, so look out for that. Check pictures, videos and audio messages carefully because it is easier for people to trust them. These can easily mislead you, so be careful. Fake news often goes viral, so don't pay attention to the number of times a message has been shared. Just because an information has been shared numerous times does not make it true. Now, when you have spotted a fake news, what you can do? You can control what you see. You can block any number or leave any group that circulates fake news. Identify groups that you see as problematic and immediately report them as spam. And also, if a particular chat is too noisy, you can turn off the notifications if you can't block them. So, with these simple tips, we can immensely limit the adversity of fake news and hoaxes. A little thoughtfulness from our side can go a long way in curbing the menace. We from Team Sentinel earnestly request you all to be a little more thoughtful, a little more responsible, and a little more careful to help the society in curbing and putting a complete check on fake news. Think before you believe. Think before you send. This is Amrita, and thank you so much for watching this video.